Happy Monday, girls. I'm here to motivate you for the week. I hope that this video will help you. We are going to talk about how to trust your decisions. Maybe you are going through something hard right now and you don't trust your own decisions. Maybe you have that feeling that you need to leave wherever you're at right now and you are just second guessing yourself. Girls, I've been there, I've done that. So, last year I made so many decisions. It was a really hard year. At least for half of the year, it was really hard. And I decided to leave a relationship. I decided to get my life coaching certificate, girls. That relationship was holding me back so much. I was so unhappy. And, but at the same time, I could not leave that relationship. It was so hard to leave and let go. I was codependent. I had this fear of abandonment. Girls, it's possible to change your life. I am not where I was at last year. I have 100% peace in my heart right now. If you are in a relationship that takes all your peace away, it's time for you to truly think about what you're going to do and take action. Okay? And I'm not talking to people that are in a healthy relationship right now or are, won't agree with things that I'm saying. I'm speaking to the people that were or are at the spot where I was at last year or the year before. Or for the people that are going through a breakup or recently went through a breakup, this video is for you. You know, um, but I can truly say, even when I started that relationship, I could feel that it was not going to be good. It was not a good decision. And I did not listen to myself, and it cost me so much. Okay. And for me to get out of that, I had to go through a lot. And, but once I was able to truly make that decision, I decided, okay, I have to change my life. I decided to change my life because it's in my hands. Okay. I stopped being a victim, blaming, complaining. Oh my goodness, seriously. I chose that person, okay? What was I doing there? But when we're stuck in that situation, we are blinded. We don't see that, that we chose that, and that it's in our hands to get ourselves out of that situation if it's not good for us. But after I made that decision, things were really hard for months. But I started feeling better. I got my life coaching certificate. I created my YouTube channel. I started posting videos, and I decided to change my life, girls. If this is you and you are at a low point in your life right now and you do not know how you're going to change your life, girls, it's possible one day at a time, okay? One good little decision a day. Just decide to do that, whatever you have to do. Instead of, going backwards all the time, start reading, start investing in yourself. I created a course. It's called How to Build Your Self Esteem in 21 Days. Girls, that course is so powerful. It's my testimony on how I was able to walk away, stop being codependent. Honestly, I healed my fear of abandonment. After my 10-year marriage had ended, I was left with this fear of abandonment, and it was horrible. Honestly, you know, when I would start a relationship, it would take over and it wasn't healthy, you know? And I needed this time alone this time and actually truly get to a point where I have 100% peace. I can be alone and be happy. I can date if I want to, once I'm feel like I find that person again, of course I'm going to give it a chance. But I took that time this time and truly just, you know, feel that pain, work through it, and not go back. It was tempting to go back more than once, truly. You know, it would have been easier at times, I felt, to just go backwards, but I knew once I would be back into that in that situation again, nothing would have changed. We would just repeat the cycle over and over, and I didn't want that anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. Oh my goodness. I asked myself, how do I want my children to remember me? As a victim my whole life? No. I want them to remember me as a mom that tried, that never gave up. Even when I made mistakes, I apologized to my kids and I asked them, how are you doing? What do you need from me right now? Like, I don't want them to go through everything I've gone through. And so, yeah, girls, whatever you're going through right now, just know that you can change your life. Your future can be amazing. And don't focus on the negative things happening in your life, okay? Just focus on your future and the things that you want. Attract that into your life. If I can do this, so can you, girls. And if you ever need someone to talk to, girls, you can leave me a message on here and book a coaching call with me, or go to my website. The link is in my bio, and I'll also leave it below this video. And if you're interested in taking my course, girls, just leave me a comment. I can tell you that it will change you. If you are invested and you finish that course, you will change, and it will help you heal, you know, and it's so important that we invest in ourselves. But if you just feel like my videos, my free content is helping you, that's great as well. And that's how I started with my life coach. I watched her videos for so long, as I've mentioned this before. And thanks to her, I started going to the gym. She motivated me so much to change my life because, yeah, well, she was like me. She had moved away from Mexico when she was really young. She was a single mom, and she went bankrupt when she was 25, and she decided to change her life around. And by the time she was 30, she was a millionaire. So, girls, she motivated me. I saw her change, and I was like, if she can do this, then I can as well. And, so yeah, girls, I hope this motivates you. Thanks to Ellie, I have made quite a few changes. She motivated me so much. And if I can do that for you girls, that makes me so happy. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, girls, if you like my content. And I will see you in the next video.